Hello, everyone. I'm here with Manuel Tabilo. Manuel Tabilo is the head of research of the FIAP, the International Federation of Pension Funds in Latin America. So hello, Manuel, how are you?
Hello, Gonzalo. Nice to meet you here by this meeting. Thank you for inviting me to comment on questions related to the ESG things. And thank you for letting me be representing the International Federation of Pension Fund Managers.
Thanks for being with us, Manuel. September this year, as you know, we're going to celebrate our third Congress, ESG Congress, that we started in 2022 in Oxford. In which you have been collaborating, and FIAP has been collaborating intensively since the early start of all the ESG and sustainable finance related Congress. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, and we will be quite interested to know your opinion. Okay, let's go. Let's go for the first question, Manuel. The first question is, how institutional investors and regulators have reacted to this ESG Congress after also already participating in the previous ones?
Thank you, Gonzalo, for this first question. Pretty interesting. I would say that institutional investors, particularly pension fund managers in Latin America, have reacted in a very enthusiastic way. Indeed, last year, for the organization of the ESG Congress, around 30 people, mainly from the finance area, managers of the pension fund administrators of the member countries of our federation, namely Costa Rica, Colombia, Mexico, Peru, Chile, and Uruguay, registered in one of our pre-Congress technical sessions for the 7 groups defined in that occasion. Those experts clearly were participating actively and made great inputs in order to complete a final concluding report of the ESG Congress. And of course, they bring together lots of top-notch ideas and knowledge regarding how to overcome the main ESG investment challenges. Also, I would say that pension fund managers in Latin America are pretty interested in monitoring ESG trends worldwide, not only because it's part of their fiduciary role, but also because they understand they are part of the society as a whole. So they have a key responsibility in promoting sustainable economic growth for all countries, avoiding greenwashing, of course, and making profitable responsible investments. From part of the regulators of the pension fund managers, they have reacted in the same enthusiastic way because, of course, they are leading the regulatory changes needed to ensure that ESG factors are included in the investment process of pension funds, always looking for maximum returns for workers with minimal risk exposure.
Thank you, Manuel. So another question that I think will be interesting for the people. What is the role of FIAP? Because FIAP has been collaborating with us and ESG Congress. It has been more or less like the bridge between Europeans and Latin Americans. So can you explain to us what is the role of FIAP?
Well, the International Federation of Pension Fund Managers or Administrators, FIAP, is an international entity that brings together the pension funds associations and entities that manage pension funds from 10 countries: Bolivia, Costa Rica, Chile, El Salvador, Spain, Kazakhstan, Mexico, Peru, Dominican Republic, and Uruguay. And the objective of the federation is to collaborate in the consolidation and improvement of pension systems based on individual savings, looking always to find the best pension for workers within a financially sustainable system and contributing to the economic growth and development, sustainable development of countries. So, taking into account this main core goal of FIAP, one can understand why this entity, FIAP, is so interested in monitoring ESG trends worldwide, helping institutional investors, but also other social critical actors to understand the importance of building a common language in terms of ESG, and always making efforts to stay updated in the best practices applied.
Yes, of course. And the last question for you, Manuel. what do you expect about the future evolution of sustainable investments in Latin America, which I think is one of the topics that everybody's looking at, both, as you already correctly mentioned, pension fund administrators. There's a lot of stakeholders here. But what is your expectations for Latin America?
Well, pretty interesting question. We understand that in Latin America, there is a range of attractive investment sustainable opportunities, particularly in the areas of renewable energies and green mobility, driven not also by the private sector, but also by the public sector. The region is seen as a great leader in those areas with great growth potential. And we expect that in the future, this trend will continue to grow. And of course, this will mean that for institutional investors, there will be a great key role in building an adequate transition towards economies based on cleaner and renewable energies. Without a doubt, for unlocking this growth potential in the region, many challenges will need to be addressed with help of regulators, help of experts, and other academics, always taking into account what is being done in the rest of continents. For that reason, we really believe, from the point of view of FIAP, that the ESG think tank led by Fide and the University of Oxford and other managers will be of critical importance every year as a means of exchange best practices among social actors, but also for sharing information that is really in the frontier of the knowledge worldwide.
So many thanks, Manuel. I hope to see you in Oxford. I think just to remind the people that the title for this new third Congress is Driving Change. It's true that in sustainable finance, sustainable investments, and ESG in particular, there's a lot of things happening. There are a lot of new initiatives. So in this Congress, we're going to be exploring the opportunities and challenges in sustainable finance. So see you, and thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you, Gonzalo. We will try to do our best in order to participate in all the initiatives from this year and the next years, of course. Thank you.
Okay, thanks to you.